You're watching WJCL 22 Morning News, the one to watch.
Right now on WJCL 22 Morning News at 8, Iran confirms the death of its supreme leader in a major U.S.-Israel strike. The retaliation hitting Israel and U.S. bases with civilians caught in the crossfire. Plus, a community comes together to stop gun violence. How one Savannah neighborhood is putting a face and a voice behind the cause. And a community pauses to remember the anniversary of the largest single sale of enslaved people ever recorded in U.S. history. The event's taking place today in remembrance. But first, let's see what it looks like outside. Here's downtown Savannah, and look at all that dense fog out there. You can't even see the Talmadge Bridge at the start of your Sunday morning in that view of downtown Savannah. And thank you for starting your Sunday right here with us with WJCL 22 News. Good morning. I'm Lydia Blackstone here with my friend, meteorologist Catherine Liberta. Catherine, you told me the sun was going to come out tomorrow and it was going to be beautiful. Now we're looking live to all of that fog. When's it lift? When are we going to get that sunshine?
Well, we do have a dense fog advisory until 9 a.m. Okay. So in about an hour, we should see more of that sunshine. I know I did promise you a nice Sunday.
You did promise it to me, so I need it to happen.
I need to just follow through on that promise.
Yes.
But I can tell you that temperatures are a bit cooler this morning. We're in the 40s right now, but once we get that sunshine really ramping up later today, and once that fog lifts, we will see temperatures warming up into the 70s. Right now, 46 for Savannah, in the 50s out on the islands, 53 for Darien as well. In the 40s right now for Springfield and Sylvania, as well as for Statesboro. But like I said, we do have low visibilities across the area this morning. You notice here's the current visibilities across the area. This is going to cause some issues for drivers this morning. We do have that dense fog advisory until 9 a.m. So in about an hour, we should see that expire, and we also should see that fog lift. So that's something that we're going to be looking forward to today. For that 12-hour forecast, you notice as we look live over downtown Savannah, there's all that fog. It was causing some issues earlier this morning, but now it seems to also be kind of revamping. Now, as we go into the afternoon, we should get to the 70s. It will be a wonderful Sunday for all those outdoor activities. So if you've got any plans this weekend, it looks like it will be the perfect day for that. We'll have a full look at the forecast, and I'll show you a big warm-up that we have on the way for next weekend. That's all going to be coming up in just a little bit. Lydia?
All right. Thank you, Catherine. We start this morning staying on top of breaking news. Iran's supreme leader is dead after the U.S. and Israel launched a massive military operation that's still underway in Tehran. Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco joins us with the very latest.
President Trump says that the bombing campaign in Iran will continue through this week or for as long as it takes to achieve his objective of peace in the Middle East. In that post Saturday, President Trump also announced the death of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, and added, quote, "This is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country." It was not immediately clear who would succeed the 86-year-old after his decades in power. In Tehran, some cheered news of his death as anti-war protests broke out in various U.S. cities this weekend. Iran's Revolutionary Guard, meantime, is now vowing to launch, quote, "the most intensive offensive operation in its history," targeting Israel and American military bases, prompting President Trump to threaten even greater force this morning. At an emergency meeting on Saturday, the UN chief urged both sides to resume negotiations and pull the region back from the brink.
I call for de-escalation and an immediate cessation of hostilities. The alternative is a potential wider conflict with grave consequences for civilians and regional stability.
The Trump administration's Operation Epic Fury began overnight Saturday after several rounds of talks with Iran aimed at dismantling its nuclear program came up short of a deal. With the largest U.S. military presence in the Middle East in decades, some lawmakers say that President Trump should be required to seek approval from Congress prior to using any additional force against Iran. We could potentially see a vote on that this week, but previous efforts to rein in the Trump administration in this way have failed in Congress. Reporting in Washington, I'm Jackie DeFusco.
Now to a community rally in Savannah, putting faces and personal stories behind the fight to stop gun violence. Organizers say real change, it starts with prevention and with the voices of those who've lived through the consequences firsthand. WJCL 22 News' Grace Rodriguez takes us to the Hudson Hill Community Center, where neighbors got together Saturday to make a difference.
She'll never stop trying. a father figure 'cause he left her alone.
For Jamario Hazel, the song that he wrote is more than music. It's a memory of survival.
Me and a neighborhood friend, we got into an argument and he shot me. And that's how I ended up in the wheelchair.
Hazel knows the cost of violence personally. Now he's using his voice and his story to reach others before it's too late.
A lot of my brothers that I went through that struggle with are either doing a lot of time or dead in the grave.
Saturday's Stop the Violence rally focused on connecting youth with resources and mentors willing to step in early. One of those resources is Savannah's Building Bridges.
We are in the hood. We put ourselves in the hood for that reason, to make ourselves available for the people who just don't know where to run to. So it's not snitching. You know what I'm saying? You're not telling on nobody. All you're doing is relieving yourself.
Organizers say the rally is more than just preventing violence. They say the message is simple. It's about saving lives.
We have organizations, we have leaders that are standing strong in the fight to reduce those numbers.
Faith leaders and advocates agree that violence doesn't exist in a vacuum.
We have too many children being killed by gun violence. If we can attack poverty, we can get a handle. On violent crimes.
Others want people to remember that every voice and every life matters.
A house divided against itself won't stand. And so we have to give respect and honor to what is due. And we all have to put down our silos and just come together and recognize that, guess what? We need help. We need help, and we need the Lord.
For Jamario, he says it's a reality too many young people don't think will ever touch them until it does.
If I can get one person to listen, and that one person can go and find another one person to listen, and then it just keeps going on, and I'm happy with that.
In Savannah, Grace Rodriguez, WJCL 22 News.
Community members marked the anniversary of the Weeping Time yesterday. Now that is the largest single sale of enslaved people in U.S. history. 436 men, women, and children were auctioned off at a racetrack in Savannah on March 2nd and 3rd of 1859. A commemoration for the 167th anniversary was held at the Solomon Temple. Attendees heard from local religious leaders about the importance of remembering this chapter of history. The service concluded with a walk outside where the names and the ages of those that were sold during those weeping times were read and displayed on a sign in their honor.
If we forget, then history will repeat itself. And then looking at those names, I couldn't help but cry. It was a painful thing, but sometimes pain, and it turns into our purpose.
Another service will be held today at 1:30 p.m. at the Solomon Temple in Savannah.
All right, let's get a check of the roadways right now. If you are heading out to the airport, no more issues out there on the roadways right now. You can see Savannah to the airport is just about a 20-minute drive. Hilton Head under an hour. Hinesville under 45 minutes this morning. Pooler to downtown is about a 10-minute drive. And across the area, looks like traffic's moving well. Lydia.
All right, good to see that green. Thanks, Catherine. Still to come, how the power of social media brought an Effingham community together to surprise a teen with a life-changing gift. And a Hinesville rescue group speaks out about the treatment of an animal that's in their care, the message that they want the community to know.
Your news.